What's up, everybody? Welcome back. Wax Packs and Warning Tracks, Mojobreak's baseball card podcast. It's Cody here. It's Bubba there. Make sure to subscribe to Mojobreak Media on YouTube, here, wherever you get podcasts. Just search Mojobreak on your favorite podcast app. You'll get this podcast, the hype, the breakdown, maybe some more coming down in the future. I don't know. We got a lot going on.
A lot going on?
It's a lot going on. And there's a lot going on for baseball cards right now because we now have a 2025 Bowman Chrome checklist.
Sir.
These are the players that are most of the guys are the international prospects. So we will talk about them. We'll dig into them. Plus, two big stars on the Chicago Cubs not playing like stars right now. We'll talk about them a little later on. But first off, I got to mention, I've mentioned it before on this podcast and others, when I'm not here, I am over at the San Jose Giants. And it was cool. Last week, saw the news, hey, Fresno Grizzlies are putting Ethan Holliday
Yes, sir.
on the roster. And, of course, I put two and two together. Oh, wait a minute. Fresno is in town this week that we're recording this. And so got to get a peek at him in what was just his fifth professional baseball game up to that point. He is fresh. Of course, all of us in the press box are, we have the roster sheets and everything, and we're seeing birthdays, and you see all the birthdays, and you go, oh God, 2007 has shown up on the roster sheet.
Oh Lord,
that's not what we're like. Oh brother, that's tough. So he is there, and if you're looking for some big, hey, this is what I saw. This is what this is what to expect. Only saw him in one game, so I don't really have a ton to say other than I saw him. So that was cool.
That's sweet. I like how a handful of years ago, the MILB minor league baseball they changed the schedule format so that teams now play like all week.
Yes,
to limit travel. I think was a big
travel limit was the big thing. 6-game series rather than 3 and 3 or 4. Traditional baseball series. But yeah, it was mostly just to limit travel.
Yeah, and that's awesome now. So you can catch the big stars that come through town. It's not like I'm busy that weekend or they play in the middle of the week. It's like, oh man, I work all week. I can't see them. So now you have, 5-6 games. That's awesome.
Especially the way minor league baseball works. We're like, yeah, if you're like, 3 games in April, it's all right. With a big prospect, it's all right. I'll see them. Oh, they're back there in June. All right, I'll go in June. No, that big prospect might already be gone. So At least you get nice 6-game series. He struck out 3 times.
Nice. Swinging.
Love it. He did strike out swinging each time. Medium deep fly ball. And then I can't remember. I think it was a ground out in the 10th inning.
Contact.
Double check.
Wait,
Contact.
5 at bats.
5 at bats in an 11-inning game where the Grizzlies won the game. But the big thing, the one takeaway is he's playing short right now. He made, I will say, a ground ball that we're in low A ball. So these guys, a lot of these guys you have a mix of high schoolers, guys who are maybe fresh out of college, and international guys who are even younger than some of these high schoolers in some cases. So what I'm trying to say is sometimes the defensive plays are a little spotty. And there was a ground ball, a big chopper up the middle where I thought, game's over. That's going to get past the infielder. But an incredible pick by Holliday. I mean, a major league level, not the kind of thing that gets on top 10 plays, but the kind of thing that a scout looks at and goes, that's a major leaguer right there. That guy looks like he's going to be just fine in the infield. And we all said it. We're like, man, that is a hard play he made to make the pick, the super high hop on a pick on the ball that's in just the infield grass and threw out the runner and ended the inning, and they eventually won the game.
Sweet.
So, we'll see. I like to see some more at-bats from him, so we will over the weekend. And if anything big happens, we'll report.
Yeah, hopefully today.
That's right.
Yeah.
Hopefully, maybe. Not too much. I'd like a if he wants to hit 2 home runs, that's fine. It has to be in a 10-2 San Jose Giants win.
Cool.
That's all I ask, which is fine. That'll be totally fine.
Heck yeah.
So we're talking prospects. Obviously, he's going to be, I would imagine, the face of 2025. Or, excuse me, 2026 Bowman.
26 Bowman, yeah, like regular Bowman.
No way they'll put him in draft. It feels like he's the star attraction of Bowman, right?
Well, I feel like a couple podcasts ago we were talking about how he was going to be the face of
draft. Well, now I'm starting to think it's the other way.
Well,
if that's the case, then yeah, he's the face of flagship.
Last year, third overall pick Charlie Condon becomes the face of 25 Bowman.
Right.
So there's precedent for an even earlier draft pick being held out, right? Because Holliday was 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So they very well could. To me, that would mean they'd have to have a stacked Bowman draft list, and I don't know that Willits, even though he did just get a little promotion, I don't know that he's going to carry the product.
Yeah, I mean, they pretty consistently have gone number one pick is in draft. Other than
has
maybe,
to be.
Yeah, has to be. So Eli Willits will be the anchor of that product. But yeah, then, but I see them like holding out Holliday because there's enough other, all shortstops basically in the top 10. I've Arquette, Steele Hall, Parker, JoJo Parker, all those guys who you could probably sprinkle them in draft. Maybe a couple of those guys hold out till flagship. But yeah, I think Ethan Holliday as flagship is a pretty safe bet.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to make a prediction for the cover. They've been doing 2 guys lately. I'm going to say Willits and Jace.
Ooh, okay.
A bit, yeah. Top prep bat and then one of the most notable college bats.
I like it. I like that. Yeah, you're right. And Jace is a name too. He's a big name for among more casual collectors and fans, I would say.
I'm just thinking from a marketability standpoint.
Yeah, absolutely.
Marketability standpoint, that's what they might do. Dang, that's going to be a huge 26 Bowman release.
Yeah,
if they do hold him out, and they probably will.
Yeah, I envision that happening, and of course you also need the time to get all of these big triple autos of Jackson, Matt, and Ethan.
Yep.
Yes, that's what you need.
Yep.
By the way, my last thought on him is he goes up to the plate, and it's just like even more than Jackson. That is Matt Holliday's stance to a T. It is like a carbon copy. Maybe a little bit more compact, but yeah, it's almost the exact same stance, exact same swing, even more so than Jackson is. So you could tell whose kid he is. Absolutely, when you watch him.
Did you see that video year and a half ago or whatever of the 3 of them hitting at some ballpark?
I think I did, yes.
And they were like doing like a home run derby kind of deal. Oh, sweet.
Very cool.
Matt still has it, man.
Dude was a stud.
Yeah.
He was so good. Kids, go back and watch 2007 Matt Holliday. You'll know what I mean. I still stand by the statement, should have won the MVP. It was the J-Roll year, whenever Jimmy Rollins won it.
Okay.
Who had a fantastic year.
Yeah.
I don't want to put it back. It was a great MVP
for a great Phillies team.
Yeah.
But that Rockies team.
That was the team of destiny.
I'm going to throw out a name. Ryan Spielbergs.
Oh, brother, do I know that name.
Probably butchering his last name. I think that's what it is.
Ryan Spielbergs. Yep, you're right.
Spielbergs.
Yep.
He was an NL West killer.
He was.
They had great teams.
That's very funny that every NLS team has a commonality of Ryan Spielbergs did something that I will never forgive him for.
Right.
That's true. Grand Slam 2009. It basically ended the Giants' postseason run. There you go. Let's talk more prospects because 2025 Bowman Chrome is out there. We'll get to more Ryan Spielberg's memories later. But 2025 Bowman Chrome baseball, the checklist has been revealed. Obviously, this is the set where international prospects shine. So whoever were the big signees from last year, good bet they'll be in here. But the fun part, too, is there's always kind of throw-ins, guys who have climbed the ranks of prospect rankings where maybe they were just completely written off. Some guys who were undrafted or drafted late who never got a Bowman. Now they're getting a Bowman this time around. Some of these guys may be late signings. So we'll break down a few of the guys that you need to know who jumped out to us on this checklist. And number one, and I swear I'm trying not to be too much of a homer here, but truly, for the first time in a while, the Giants have the number one chase in this product. It's Josuar de Jesus Gonzalez. Some places just listing him as Josuar Gonzalez. I've seen other places throwing the de Jesus. Me, as a guy who has to announce these guys' names for a living, I really hope it's Josuar de Jesus Gonzalez because that's just fun.
Yep.
Number one international prospect who, if you don't count Roki Sasaki, but Roki was the number one guy going into this year. Scouts are sort of comparing him to, you throw out the names Jose Reyes and Francisco Lindor, it gets you excited about the type of guy this guy is going to be. Both of those guys, too, I know Lindor's market, I feel like is good always felt a little on the underrated side. Part of that being just when he got called up and his years of Bowman and all that. But
playing in Cleveland.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Whereas I think this maybe has a mix here to be like, everything's sort of coming together and there's a little bit of momentum. The last few years with Giants, with Bryce Eldridge as well, being a huge guy to collect. So I think there's a lot of potential here for a big chase here for Gonzalez.
Absolutely. And I feel like right around maybe 2020, right when we had the big card boom, there were some huge Bowman Chrome guys. I think of like a Christian Vaquero kind of guy. I think he was 19 at the time when he was kind of in product and stuff. I haven't really been hearing his name much the last couple years. And, maybe he's doing something, quietly there in that system. But it seems like the last couple years for Bowman Chrome, we've had some more notable guys that have maintained their hype. Looking at some of the Padres guys, looking at some of the Mariners guys as well. So I feel like Bowman Chrome is, at least for me, getting a little bit more, I don't want to say like it seems to be like another huge release again. And I felt like maybe for a couple years that like 21, 22 Bowman Chrome, it's not the longevity hasn't been there. And here it's like I'm getting excited about prospects again because I'm still excited about like the 23, 24 Bowman Chrome guys. I feel like there's a lot more effort being put into these products, more short prints. We'll talk about some American prospects too. You kind of just mentioned a little bit earlier that kind of maybe forced their way into this product, which is pretty cool. So it's flagship Bowman and Bowman Draft, I think, are always going to have the top ranks for out of the 3 Bowman releases. Bowman's Best also in there too, but I'm super stoked for Bowman Chrome this year. And I think also price point wise, customers are going to really be appreciating it too.
Yeah. Well, that would be very exciting to hear, considering, I think some of the prices on some of the Bowman of recent years, and especially as you've said it, there's been huge chases in Chrome. I think it kind of like goes back to like the late 2010s when suddenly there were like, you talk about the biggest names from Bowman in like probably 2016 to 2020. They're all from Bowman Chrome. It's Soto, it's Guerrero, it's Tatis, it's all these guys. It's the international prospects. Whereas, it kind of maybe falls off a little bit. I'm trying to look right now, kind of just going back on other years. You mentioned some of the guys you mentioned. Who was the guy? Luis Rodriguez is the guy who popped in my head.
Brewers?
The Dodgers.
Oh, that's right, Dodgers.
Oh,
I'm thinking of Rodriguez.
Shout out to
Rodriguez. Yep.
Shout out to C-Rad, a former and always Mojobreak family, but the ongoing controversy of that ain't a real autograph. This guy's doing auto pen. That ain't real. I know real when I see it. That's too perfect of an autograph. But he was the number 1 chase in that product. Yep. Partly because the autograph was so nice. Mm-hmm. And, of course, Dodgers, and you connect all that. He hasn't played a pro baseball game since last summer.
Man.
Yeah.
Lou Rod.
Yeah. So this is the risk, is what I'm trying to say with Bowman Chrome.
It's the risk.
It's the ultimate unknown.
Sure. And we aren't seeing these guys in college. They're not playing in the College World Series. They're not necessarily... they're not getting like a Corona high school expose on MLB Network. We're hearing about them for like a week when's the international? Is that in June? The international May?
It's now January where they do the signings. It's been a long, but it used to be in the middle of summer. It used to be right after the draft. It used to be around this time, actually.
Okay.
So when they would do international signing period, but it got moved post-COVID. They moved everything. Everything shifted, and they went, well, actually, January is kind of a nice spot. Also because we saw it last offseason. That went into the plans about Roki. Of like how much can we actually set aside in the international bonus pool? You saw like that's why the Dodgers made a bunch of moves,
stacking up international bonus pool cash.
Yeah.
Handful of teams did that. Toronto made some moves to do that. Yep.
Yeah. So I think it's actually kind of it's a nice thing, and more eyeballs are on it. Whereas like middle of the summer, it's kind of like there's real games going on. We don't That's nice. That's like 5 years down the road. Don't bother me with that. Whereas at least in January, it's like, it's off-season mode. We can actually focus on who are these guys, what are they doing? And maybe that also is playing a factor in the sort of maybe an increase of the initial hype behind a lot of these guys. So it's probably helping out. But yeah. You said it. We're really basing this off of purely on like what scouts are telling us, more so than anything else with college and all that. And it's why you get guys like Juan Soto who were not the chase. Nobody saw that coming. There's going to be guys like that in this product. That's also the fun of it, is there's going to be 5 guys where you go, or 2 or 3 guys maybe, who go, oh, wow, I was not trying to collect this guy at all. And now he's here. So
yeah, what an iconic first Bowman card, the Juan Soto.
Oh, yeah.
He's like 17, 18 years old, standing on second base or whatever, just looks like a baby.
Looks like a little baby. Yeah. I'm looking back at the 21. Nobody jumps out at me. And 21 again, there's still guys here. They're going to be young enough. We're like
21, a rough year for the hobby, baseball hobby.
Yeah, it was.
That rookie class, it's like
Wilman Diaz
Alex
is a
Bohm.
First there. That's a name I can. That's a name. But it's Emmanuel Rodriguez. I know was a name that a lot of people were chasing at the time.
I was kind of going out on a limb there, saying like we haven't seen anyone, but it seems like seems to be pretty true though.
Right, yeah. Right. The last couple of years, there have been more sort of like slam dunk. It feels like more of slam dunk guys. You've had Churios in here as well. Obviously, we shouldn't forget that as well, Churio coming out of here. But a few other guys to mention from the Mets, Elian Pena. He's the second guy. He might be the number one chase. I know I was saying I'm trying not to be a homer. Well, maybe I was. Elian Pena might be the real number one chase in this product because he is a New York Met. He's going to play under the bright lights. He's going to have one of those cool international.
Yeah.
What were they called? The native country parallels.
It's got to be one of the coolest designs I've seen on any sports card.
Such a cool design.
Yeah, so y'all, if you're not familiar, this is the first year. Yeah, Bowman Chrome, they have can you pop something on screen here? Or
yeah, I'm looking for a good because there's the mock-up with Shotaro Mori, who is the new two-way guy.
Yep.
With the A's. I definitely want to talk about him. I don't know a ton about him, but I'm very, very curious of what this guy is offering. Here you go. There is the look. You can see there. You see like Mount Fuji, and it's the skyline there of Tokyo. It's really, really cool. And there's a few other guys. Like I think I saw Elian Pena's as well. It's a Dominican Republic. It's got like the beach, and it looks cool with like it's a very, very cool addition to this year's set. So very excited about that. But Pena is going to be one of those guys who has that tons of power potential, and he's a Met. So he's going to sell. New York sells. Oh, here, right here. Let's see if I can get a good picture of it. But I do have a look at the Pena. This comes from the Instagram of Topps right here. And there it is right there. There's Elian Pena's from the DR. So thank you to Instagram here. Venezuela for Andrew Salas. Yes, if that name's familiar.
Caracas.
That's Ethan's brother. Kevin Alvarez.
I think that's going to be
Cuba.
a big one there.
That's going to be a big one as well. Kevin Alvarez for the Astros there. And there again is the Maury one.
Seeing, I think our first Bowman Chrome kanji auto since... Help me out here. White Sox,
Nishida.
Riku Nishida.
Yes.
Was that 24 Bowman Chrome or 23 Bowman Chrome?
I think maybe 20. Double check it. It's 24. 24 Bowman.
There we go. So back-to-back years with a kanji auto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and Riku Nishida, the Superfractor, by the way, pulled
here on Mojobreak.
With Mojobreak.
On Fanatics Live at Mojobreak.
Yes, it was. So
get your breaks, yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Come on now. So we're due. So you're telling me we're due another one is what you're trying to tell me right there.
One a year?
Yeah, exactly. And it would be a good one to get Shotaro Mori, who I'll be honest, a guy that wasn't really on my radar too much, but I think the story's really interesting, and it's also a story we're starting to see a lot more with Japanese-born players.
Yep.
Is less and less you're seeing the traditional route that we just saw Yoshinobu Yamamoto do, And for years, Ichiro did, Hideki Matsui, all these big, huge Japanese stars all did, where they played there, 5 years in the NPB, at least. Played 5 years, and then are in Japan. Ichiro more, because I think, he makes his MLB debut at 27, 28, right in the prime of his career. But more of these guys are opting to just say, forget that. I'm going to go either in the international pool, like Roki did, like Mori did. Straight out of high school, though, is where this gets interesting for him.
Yep.
That is basically unprecedented. We know that there's also the guy from Stanford right now. His name is escaping me, but
Rintaro Sasaki.
Yes, who is another one where
the Japanese Barry Bonds, they call him.
Yeah, tons of pop, tons of power. Where he opted to decide, you know what, I'm going to go the college baseball route and play there.
Yeah.
I think it's really cool that this is happening. It clearly says to me, too, this is the Shohei effect. Like, he has completely changed how Japanese players... It felt like a cheat code. It was like, wait a minute, you can do that? Like, you can just bet on yourself and that's okay? Yeah. Oh, well, then I'm going to do that. Like, can everyone be Shohei? No. But I think it's very cool that he's at least like to see how this generation will develop versus the previous generation of Japanese talent. I think will be very interesting to see these guys go through major league organizations, through those minor league teams. I'll be very interested to see what happens with these guys.
Yep, and we're starting to see, like you mentioned just a little bit ago, that Major League Baseball teams are starting to really bolster their buying power in the international pool. And I think there have been some new rules over the last handful of years that have almost incentivized some of these Japanese teams to post their players earlier. They get kickbacks, like financial kickbacks, when their players like leave early, because there are some parameters in place for jumping ship. I don't know if it comes down to like service time or something or what, but now Japanese clubs are starting to see like a kickback is the best way I could put it. So there's now it seems to be like a system and a rotating revolving door now of incredible talent. And I don't think that two-way players are like a new phenomenon in the Nippon League. I think they've always probably been there. Mm-hmm. That's probably how they grow up playing, and it's just valuable to be sound on both sides of the ball. So cool that Major League Baseball and everyone fans, everyone is embracing it, because we're seeing some of some amazing play. Call it the Shohei effect. I like it. But shoot, man, I mean, if he's just like a pioneer, who knows what we're going to be seeing over the next handful of years.
It'll be really exciting. And I can tell you right now, I'm going to go out on a limb. I think, because it always evolves, right? Even in the first couple of weeks, we always say, oh, this guy's the top chase, this guy, this guy, this guy. Then, like, the dust settles, and, like, 2-3 weeks in, you go, oh, no, it's actually that guy.
Right.
To me, Shitaro Mori is the guy we might be saying, oh, no, that's the real chase. I think everything we just said, two-way, going straight from high school to pro ball in the United States rather than going to the MPB. Right now, I'm looking at the numbers in Rookie League at 18. I don't think he's been pitching, which I could see them being a lot more careful of, like, we're going to really ramp you up on the pitching side. Let's just see what your bat can do first.
Right.
258, 399 on base. 783 OPS, again, for an 18-year-old playing professional baseball in a new country for the first time ever. It's pretty impressive to me.
Awesome.
Apparently, scouts say his fastball registers around 95.
Yep.
To me, even like last year with Jack Caglione, just the thought that maybe he'll pitch, even though we all kind of knew that's not the case. Mm-hmm. But to me, that shot his value up in his standing in that product so much more. I think the same thing is going to happen here, and you add in all the other factors here. I wouldn't be shocked if a month in that the A's are the biggest team to chase in this product, just based on that. But also, Nick Kurtz has a rookie red refractor in this as well.
Yes,
just
sir.
want to throw that out.
They are going to be an insane chase.
Yeah.
gosh, I'm happy for A's baseball. Y'all needed it.
Yeah.
This is fun. We have arguably for many collectors, not everyone, but arguably the top 2 chases here could be Bay Area.
Well, yeah.
I say Bay Area, but
I know. They still feel like it to me. And you know what? Until they cut the ribbon on that ballpark in Vegas, which I've just heard some things about that apparently they rented some fake construction equipment for some of those for some of these photo shoots and stuff.
Like inflatables?
Just a rumor. Just a rumor I heard. But
what?
Yeah, that John Fisher apparently was like, we need cranes just to make it look like we're doing something.
Oh my
Yeah, and then post it on Instagram. Hurry. Wouldn't put it past him. Just throw that out. Would not put it past him.
Fishy.
So, hey, and everything would line up where if this guy makes it, 18-year-old phenom, and suddenly he's like 21, 22, and they're like, hey, you're going to do maybe this current iteration of what Shohei's doing with the Dodgers, maybe that's more the blueprint of like, go like 4 innings. Give us 4 or 5 innings tops.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking of you. And then, go and mash.
Shoot, man, they might need him to throw 5 or 6.
They're going to need Shohei to, if they're going to win in October, they're going to need Shohei to go like 8-9.
Yeah.
They're going to need him to throw some complete games in there.
Dude, his fastball, his fastball's never been faster.
It's crazy.
And his splitter is unreal right now.
It's crazy. You know what? For as much guff as that organization has gotten for the way they've handled pitchers and the way the guys get injured, they're doing a pretty good job with the Shohei thing. They've handled that pretty damn well.
Yes.
Is part of that, though, also Shohei calling the shots?
I don't want to. I'm going to knock on my knob.
Oh, I know.
Here, but very intentional process to get him to where he's at, and there hasn't been a misstep. He had that one like weird outing where he had some numbness, but then he came back and it was like his best 4 innings that he had thrown. Yeah, just I'm gonna stop while I'm
stop right there. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we'll leave it at that with Shohei. A couple other guys to mention. Andrew Salas, we mentioned it. That's Ethan's younger brother.
Yeah.
Not a catcher. Kind of plays everywhere. I think he can play catcher, but he's all over the place. Plus defender everywhere. He's a Marlin. Take that for what it is. Yep. Marlins prospects have been a little tough. Mm-hmm. I think of, what was his name? Khalil Watson?
Wow.
A few years ago, right?
Great name to, yeah.
Was the top chase.
Yep.
Where's Khalil Watson now? I really couldn't tell you where he is right now, but I believe. Wow. Yeah. So again, that's just, I'm not trying to poo-poo on it too much. He's still very young, and he's got the familial relations there with the Salas brothers and Ethan specifically. Yeah. Here you go. Khalil Watson is currently in AAA and batting 189 in 22 games. So book hasn't been written, but that's tough for a guy who was one of the top chases in a Bowman product, for sure.
Think about, you mentioned Churio earlier. There was Jason Churio was in a Bowman Chrome release.
Correct.
Maybe 23 Chrome.
I believe it was either 23 or 24. I think it was 22, actually. It was 22.
Could have been 22 Chrome. Yes. So I'm just trying to make a comparison here. I think the Salas brother is maybe regarded as a better all-around hitter.
Mm-hmm. Both Churios, by the way, were 22. Should be. Yeah.
Got you.
Yeah.
I think regular Bowman for Jackson and then Chrome for Jason.
That might have been it. Yeah. Yeah, I think that was it.
With Ellie in there. That's a really good 22 Bowman release.
A really good one.
Has Wander on the front. Don't let that scare you. That's a really, really good Bowman release.
Yeah, don't. Yeah.
Ellie and Jackson. But I'm thinking, because Jason was a guardian, or is a guardian on his. So, kind of in that similar Marlins category, small market, not like, jumping off the pages as like a huge, huge chase team-wise. But I like the prospect of the new Salas brother. Sorry, what's his first name again?
That's Andrew.
Andrew, thank you.
Not Ethan. Andrew.
Yeah. Andrew Salas, I like the prospect of him a little more than I do like a Jason. So
yeah.
You got like the family tree there. Ooh, family tree autos in Bowman Chrome.
Ethan and Andrew.
There we go.
Come on down.
There we go.
Easy.
So yeah, while he has the Marlins thing kind of going against him, I think that the player profile, he might do a little better in the hobby. So don't let it scare you too much. But again, this could be a really cool opportunity to hop in for a top guy at a bargain, because he does have the fish on his chest.
Yeah, exactly. That's something to keep in mind. Absolutely, is if don't be scared by that. Don't be scared by it.
Yeah, and that's Bowman Chrome. I mean,
yeah,
that's Bowman Chrome.
You're wading into the unknown. There's a lot of that's also, again, the thing to keep in mind. Like we said it, we're saying it again. It's the ultimate unknown out of all of these products. It's fun to chase the big names, but the fun part is also the fact that you're going to have a few guys pop off, and you're not going to think of these guys. A couple of guys who are not part of the last crop of international prospects that are in there. You have Rainiel Rodriguez, who has been putting up fantastic power numbers.
Yep.
For the Cardinals. He is in here. Another catcher. I was going to say the thing with Salas too, or Andrew, not a catcher. I say that in this hobby as a plus.
Yes.
He can play center field. If he could stick there, big time thumbs up for his future.
Yep.
Rodriguez is a catcher, but the power, maybe he doesn't stick there, just because maybe the Cardinals just say, no, you're too valuable as a bat. We need to have you play first base.
Yeah, he might have a path as a catcher.
Yeah.
He could.
Cardinals have been, there's been so many guys they have thrown against the wall and hoped it works since Yachty has retired. Mm-hmm. There's been a lot of names, too, that are like big prospect names, and nothing's really stuck there.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Nizer?
Yeah.
Is that a Cardinal or an Angel?
Obviously Contreras, too. They signed that, and that immediately shifted him to first base.
Yeah, which has... Yeah, he's had a pretty good year.
Yeah, he's doing all right. Like, I don't want to say it hasn't worked. He's doing okay.
But they definitely didn't give him all that cash to have him move over to first. Right,
no, they did not shift him over to be.
But gosh, he's playing a bad catcher position. He was not a good defensive catcher.
Yeah, the thing is, it's kind of one of those everybody kind of knew that was going to happen. We all kind of knew this is not going to be his long-term position, yet they signed him to be the long-term catcher. Maybe a little bit of a mistake on their part. This guy that I want to talk about next, too, Tommy White.
Tommy Tanks.
Tommy Tanks. He's on the A's. Another A. And last year, the numbers weren't spectacular in single A. I was going to say I remember the name. I think I might have seen him a couple times. It didn't leave that much of an impression on me. But in
LSU... legend.
Yes.
Right.
That's the thing, is the college stats are legendary. I think he's among a very select group of players to hit the amount of home runs he hit. Here you go. Number 8 in NCAA Division I history for career home runs, 75. Only the 4th player to reach that mark in 3 seasons. That's the thing. I think I put it on the notes. 4th player to reach that mark in only 3 seasons. Who are the others? Guys,
NCAA history.
Yeah, I can tell you right now, you are not going to get these names.
Not one name.
No, I saw these names and went, "Oh, I don't know any of those guys."
Oh, you don't know them?
No. Pete Incaviglia from 83 to 85 at Oklahoma State.
Oh, Power Pete.
Frank Fazzini, Florida State, 83 to 85. It's a good year, good time. 83 to 85. Clearly, ball was flying. And George Canale, 84 to 86.
Yeah.
So there you go. And the other, Todd Green is the one name that pops out. He's also the 4th player to hit 20 home runs in 3 separate seasons. Incaviglia, Canale, and Todd Green, a player I definitely remember. Todd Green from the 90s. So exciting because of the power, but then you hear those names, you go, oh, that clearly didn't translate to the major leagues.
Yep.
This season, though, in high A, put up good power numbers, 11 home runs in 66 games. Got called up to Double A, not hitting for the power, but it's coming along. At least a speculative, that's a nice. If you don't get Maury, if you don't get a Kurtz Red, but you end up with a Tommy Tanks, that's a good consolation prize. That's why the A's are going to be priced the way they are. It's not just those first two guys, but a guy like Tommy White, where I could see that. You know who he is? A guy who's now come up once again. He is the Blaze Jordan of this product.
Yeah, card investors love the name. He's going to sell no matter what.
Yep.
And then he has the stuff to just pan out and us be like, oh yeah, you know, he's always been that guy.
Yeah.
That A's, they're so deep now.
Yeah.
All of a sudden.
They're incredibly deep out of nowhere.
Something's got to happen these next handful of years. And yeah, you really hope that upper management, front office doesn't, you know, influence the productivity of that team.
Right.
It's
yeah. The ownership, don't get your sticky fingers all over this team. Last guy I'll mention, and again, this is once again putting my Homer hat on. But I saw him in there, and I went, yes, finally, I can collect Bo Davidson. I'm so excited for the people to learn about Bo. This dude is a stud. Yeah. I mean it. I just was like, whoa. Last year, he was pretty good. And then second half of the year, went off. Became one of the best hitters in the Cal League in single A. Gets called, and it's just been slowly climbing up. And at every single level, he is producing. He went to high A. He batted .309, 919 OPS, 10 homers. Numbers are steadily climbing up in Double A, but he made it to Double A. This is a guy who went undrafted, played in junior college. They call him the JUCO Barry Bonds. Just a total diamond in the rough find.
Bo Davidson.
And he now has first Bowmans. So
it's a baseball name.
It is a good baseball name. So another guy who, like, hey, you don't get Joe Suar? Nice consolation prize. Bo Davidson. Like I said.
Love it.
Good power hitter, good all-around hitter. I'm excited that he's in there.
JUCO bat, little chip on his shoulder.
Exactly.
Probably more mature bat as well.
Yep.
No surprise he's rising the ranks.
Yeah. He's 23. I think he went from completely unranked to now he is top 100 prospects in some list. It's a great story.
Dang.
It's a great story.
Awesome.
Keep your eye on him. A couple other things there. We talked about the native countries. The Red Rookies are back. So there's more Garbage Pail Kids inserts that are coming back this year. Those have been a really big hit. They're super fun. New prospects thrown in there as well. So we're going to be ripping it all. Mojobreak.com and over on Fanatics Live. I think that is scheduled for release in the next 2 to 3 weeks. I have to double check that, but I believe we are looking at about a mid to early September release.
Thought it was...
I'll double check.
Like a good week into September.
Yes. I don't think there's an official release date, but I'm looking about September 10th is what we're looking at. So we're not that far from ripping some Bowman Chrome. That'll be a lot of fun to do. All right, let's wrap things up with looking at some major leaguers, two specifically in the taxi squad.
Yep.
You might have not been paying attention. I don't know if we said it. I hope I'm not repeating myself, but off air, I think we had this conversation about how it's funny the way the national media covers baseball post All-Star break.
Right.
How it's like all of the narratives in April, May were like, wow, this team's doing so well. Player A has been incredible. And then but if they have like a huge slump post All-Star break, no peep. Doesn't even make a peep.
Right.
Like no one's talking about it. Or like even the fact that the Brewers have been the hottest team in all of baseball post All-Star break and are now the best team in baseball. Come September, come October, when a lot of people who don't tune in post All-Star break are back in, they're going to go, what the hell are the Brewers doing here?
Yeah.
Who are these guys?
Yeah.
It happens. There's a lot of sports going on. You're ramping up for football. Kids are going back to school. I get it. But something to keep an eye on is the Chicago Cubs. They're two all-star outfielders who were incredible to start the first half of the season.
They were both like 2 and 3, and maybe at some points even cracked the top spot for like Vegas odds for NL MVP.
Yeah.
Both of these guys.
I think if you had said at the All-Star break, basically after Ohtani, number 2 MVP, PCA, number 3 Kyle Tucker. Mm-hmm. I don't think anyone would have really argued that.
And there were Cubbies fans that were like, Tucker's the real MVP. Like there was it was.
Or PCA's doing it all.
Take your pick kind of thing.
Yeah. And look, the numbers going, it's the PCA ascension, not just in the baseball world, but in this hobby where like last year we ripped so much product with so much PCA.
Yep.
And it was just kind of like, our best auto was a Crow-Armstrong.
Yeah, it was like cool. Like, we know him.
Yeah, he's a name, but.
He's part of a big trade.
Yep. But it did feel like there was a little bit like, I'll just be honest, like you turn the camera off and go, tough. PCA was our best hit in that break.
Yeah.
And now, of course, those cards are massive.
Right.
But
they were more massive.
They were a little more massive just a month ago. In the last month, again, it's only been 18 games. It's still, it's a small sample size. But 18 games. PCA is now batting 159 in his last 18. That's 69 plate appearances. A 221 on-base percentage. He has a sub-300 on-base percentage for the season.
Ooh.
I didn't realize it had gotten that low.
He's a free swinger.
It is.
Guy.
This might be... Crow-Armstrong is going to have the wildest stat line of all time. He's got 27 homers. 30 stolen bases, 126 strikeouts. This is 124 games. 257 batting average, 297 on base, but a 513 slugging percentage. He still has like a 810 OPS.
Yeah.
He still leads the league in wins above replacement. And yet,
what?
Isn't that crazy? And he's got a sub 300 on base percentage. That's nuts.
I gotta love him. It's like a 2017 Bellinger light season.
That's a good call.
Where the first half was otherworldly and then just fell off hard. And Bellinger's lucky there wasn't an Ohtani in the league because Bellinger barely got that MVP. Who was Christian Yelich was on his tail.
Yelich, and
Yelich having another great year.
Yeah, who had a great second half. Who always is a great second half performer.
But like that PCA fall off is reminiscent of 2017 Cody Bellinger.
Yeah.
Dang, him still leading the league in WAR is
pretty nuts. I mean, it speaks to what a good defender he is too.
Yeah.
But
that's value right there.
That is pretty crazy that he is still up there. I'm trying to find some pretty recent. I mean, here's a Gold Wave PCA. This is from August 19th, so this is very, very recent. Still selling high. I'm curious. It's a $4,050 card for a numbered to 50, 10 of 10. I'm going to see if we've got some little price data here. Yeah, it's gone down a bit. It has gone down a bit. I'm seeing sales there. This is via Card Ladder, 6,000 back in July 4th, just under 6K. So
that's significant for a month.
That's pretty significant for 1 month. You don't. Yeah, you're right. In the middle of the season, you just think even a cold spell, you're like, it's all right. It's baseball. You're gonna have a tough go.
Yeah,
but it's been a pretty tough go here for now.
In June, late June, Fanatics Fest. He was like the hottest name in the baseball hobby.
Easily.
All across the show floor. We were breaking at Fanatics Fest, and we were doing a lot of Inception. He had amazing patch autographs in Inception. He was like the chase. We pulled a 1-of-1 PCA quad patch, like New Era logo booklet auto out of Inception.
So nice.
And it was like the talk of the weekend out of those Inception breaks that we did. Still a huge name. I mean, I almost feel like we're kind of talking to him like he's like totally like off the radar and stuff.
He's had a bad 20 game stretch.
Yeah, he's going to be a perennial all-star. He has like the off the field tangible, like the intangibles. He's got the colorful hair. He's showing up to LCSs and ripping, with fans and kids at Top Script nights. He's great for the game, great for the hobby.
Yeah.
And worst case, say he just falls off. It just doesn't pan out. I still think he has that Grady size, more kind of cult following in the hobby where decades later, we're still collecting PCA. You're still going to see an active buying market.
Yep.
And that's worst case. This guy can win an MVP easily in his career.
Yeah.
And it's going to be tough to win an MVP in the next
very, very
10 years.
As long as Shohei is here, it's
and the young talent with Ellie, Churio.
Right.
I still think Acuna can put together a healthy season. And
Acuna healthy is still. I mean, we saw a glimpse of it this year.
Yeah.
Acuna healthy is still capable of being the best baseball player in the world.
Yeah.
And he was for about a month. Yeah. The one thing that worries me is the strikeouts, is the discipline.
Right.
It really is like, boy, that's not going to age well, especially when the speed falls off, which it will. It just does. That worries me a little bit about putting huge money into him. Obviously, he's not a buy right now. I know it would be tough to sell because his value is down a little bit, but it's not down. Like, again, if you bought this at the low, you still feel like you're in the black right now. Yeah. And if you're like, I probably should have sold like 2 months ago, but maybe I do it now when the value is still a lot higher than it was, I will not blame you because I just see I see my Moneyball eyes see that on base percentage go, I don't know about that. I don't know how that's going to age.
Yep. If you need the cash, sell it because you're going to get a lot for it.
It's also the kind of guy.
It's a fun hold.
Yeah, it is a very fun hold because it's still young enough where you're like, we still haven't even seen the best of him. Mm-hmm. If the speed goes away, like, again, Mike Trout's speed went away and he was still Mike Trout. I'm not saying PCA is Mike Trout, but you can be fine. Right.
There can be, you can evolve your game.
Yeah.
And you can pivot at certain points in your career to, maintain that longevity. And yeah, I mean, he's
still
sick.
A lot to love.
He's so young too.
Kyle Tucker is an interesting one because I've always felt like his market is very underrated. Part of that is the Astros stink, which is not fair to him because he wasn't a part of all that.
Yep. Rookie in 19.
Yeah. A guy, too, who is in the amazing when he's healthy, but has had multiple seasons where you're like, God, he just can't stay on the field the whole year. I think last year he was doing great and only played 78 games. 21, he missed about 20 games or so, I believe, that year when they went to... Were they in that 21 was the World Series year, right, for the Astros? Am I crazy? Or was that the Braves? That was the Braves, wasn't it? I don't know. I'm losing track of the years.
17 Stros, 18 Red Sox.
They lost to the Braves, and then they won in 20, and then they won again in
20 Dodgers, 21. Yeah,
that's what it was. But again, a guy who, when he's on the field, is among one of the best players in baseball, and I've always held that of like, I think he's a top 10 player, and I don't feel like he's valued that way in this hobby for a guy who is, especially debuted young and all that, and played on great teams. He was just revealed as of this recording yesterday or on Wednesday, because he's been in a awful slump for now almost 2 months or so.
Over a month, yeah.
Easily over a month. I mean, let's put it this way. Beginning of July, he had a slash line of 290, 393, 533. As we enter play today, 261, 374, 447. It's quite a drop off, and this is a much bigger sample size for him. It's about 40 games now.
Yep.
It's like, what's going on? Fractured hand. No big deal.
Right.
He's playing through it, and it's fine now. What? That's bad, man. What are you doing? I don't know if Kyle Tucker... a lot of things happening here, and I don't know which one's true. Apparently, Craig Counsell threw out the, it's healed now, he's fine. Also, Kyle wanted to play through it. Maybe a contract year, I get it. You want to play through that. But the other side of that, though, is if you're the Cubs, if they had already had him locked up, I think he would have been out for the last month.
Yeah, for sure.
But the fact that they're like, this might be our only shot with Kyle Tucker, they might have pushed it, which is, I don't know. I just think this nobody looks good here. Tucker, I'll be willing to forgive a little more because the player's always going to want to play through it. That's fine. Of course, the player's not going to say no, but then that's your job as the team, as the management to say, no, This is not just risking this season. It's risking this might have bad effects down the road in your career where like it doesn't heal properly. And then you're always going to have a hand problem. And that's the last thing you need if you're a premier power hitter in baseball. So it's very concerning that's happening right now.
Yeah. When healthy, he's a 30 homer, 100 RBI guy. He's like a 290, 300 hitter. Dang. Yeah. I'm not quick to judgment on those things because I feel like a vet like Kyle Tucker has a lot more pull and a lot more say
100%
in his situation than someone. If he's locked up, then it's like, hey man, we're gonna make a call here as a team, as an organization. Could he have been? And again, this is just pure speculation. Could he have been a little discreet about his ailments?
I mean, I think that's always the case, is that you're not going to get the full story. We've all done it when you're playing. I'm fine. Don't worry. I'll shake it off.
Yeah.
How many times have we seen a pitcher get hit and then they're immediately going, stop it. Stop walking out of the dugout. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Let me keep going.
My high school baseball manager, shout out Mike Spar, he told us, and this will always resonate with me, was I'm sure he won't mind me saying this, but there's a difference between being sore and being hurt, because there'd be those guys on the field that would be like, I'm fine, and they would play hurt, and there'd be the guys on the field that were just a little sore and they'd be like, coach, I think I'm hurt, I'm gonna skip, take this practice off or something like that.
Right.
And it was a toughness conversation. So there is that fine line between nah, I'm good. I'm going to play through it. And then you exacerbate maybe an injury.
Right.
And that, no, like, hey, man, you might just need to hang it up for a week or a month. Let's go get a scan. Oh, there's a fracture. Okay, let's do something about that. So, yeah, I mean, Kyle Tucker, he's a gamer. Non-casual baseball fans love talking about Kyle Tucker because of that underrated, factor and stuff. Everyone's got, their 2 cents about a Kyle Tucker, a J-Ram.
Yep.
So, I want to give, I'm with you. I want to give Kyle the benefit of the doubt. It's a tough situation.
Yeah.
And then with the whole team struggling, it's like it really amplifies the situation a little bit.
The irony of it all is we're recording this and they are playing a 5-game series, a rare 5-game series against the Brewers, which they have won the first 3 of it.
They're in it.
The crazy part.
They're still in it.
They sweep this. I mean, sweeping 5 games is a tall task.
Yeah.
But let's just throw it out there and maybe it hasn't happened, but they do that and they're suddenly like, oh crap, they're 4 games out of the NL Central. Like they're back in it.
Yeah. I'm going to throw out another one of my Little League managers, my pops. You just say baseball's all math. It's all averages. So maybe the perfect time for King Tuck and for PCA to be struggling and they're finding a way to win games still.
This is the time to do it.
They're going to be scary no matter what. No one is turning their nose up to seeing Chicago in the playoffs.
No.
It's not a team you want to see.
Absolutely. Yeah. If everyone's healthy, I mean, look, and Matt Shaw's figuring it out at the plate recently since the All-Star break. It was kind of, we talked about it. That was kind of like a key for their season and their decisions at the trade deadline. He has made that decision for them that I'm here. You can trust me to be in the middle of this order.
Yep.
You get Tucker healthy, hopefully. I'd be interested to see what they do. They got a pretty sizable lead in that wild card spot.
Yeah.
We'll see. Just a quick
Tucker's market.
A quick look at his market.
How that's been impacted.
You can kind of look here. This is a gold refractor BGS 9.5 that sold on July 22nd for $2,500. Which again, his market has always been kind of in this realm where you're like, boy, if that's again a guy of his caliber, you throw that on the Yankees or you throw that on wherever. I think it's at least double that price, maybe a little less. That might be overselling it, but I honestly do feel that way about him and his talent. But you can see it's down a little bit. But this is even pre-slump right now. So, but yeah, he's always in that like underrated realm right there. I think I saw there was a logo man that had sold. Here, let's go from August.
A definitive or something?
Here it is, right here, August 6th. And again, this is in the midst of the big slump.
Oh, Dynasty.
Under 2K.
That should be, well, it's not a
rookie.
Okay, I was going to say that should
24, but it's still a 1-of-1.
God, it's a sick
Logo
card.
Man Kyle Tucker. And if you wanted to get that for a guy who is, again, I think when he's healthy, a top 10 hitter in all of baseball, you could get it for under 2K. There's not a lot of top 10 hitters in baseball where you can get that card.
That's a sweet card.
For under 2K. So I still believe in him long term. We've seen enough from him. I don't know what it does for his contract. I don't think it really does anything.
He'll be fine.
He'll be fine.
He's going to get paid.
There will be a team that still says, here's 12 years, $400 million. We're cool. That's fine.
Whoa, okay.
Yeah.
You went there.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah. Look at the way contracts are going.
Yeah, sure.
How far is he from Juan Soto? Let's put it that way.
Okay.
How far away is Juan Soto's the better player? I'm not saying he isn't.
A little younger.
He's and obviously younger. Tucker will be
what's
entering the open market
27
this is currently his age 28 year. He'll be 29.
Okay. So
it's the back half of the career if you want to look at it that way.
I like where your head's at in terms of like on paper stats. I'm gonna
12 years might be pushing it. I'll say that. The years might be a lot.
I was thinking like 5.
You think so?
Yeah.
Ooh, I don't think he takes anything less than 8. The way these contracts are going.
Who's his agent? Is it Boris?
I don't know who his agent is.
He's going to sign a 2-year.
Oh God.
2-year, $80 million.
Ugh, I hate those deals so much. Boris.
Yeah. Not great for the game.
I hate them.
Great for the players sometimes.
It can be, but I think they have backfired a lot recently.
I don't know if Bellinger's super thrilled on his situation.
No. Bregman was a Boris guy, right?
Yeah.
He had a weird, wonky contract that basically broke up the Red Sox, although things have kind of turned out okay in the long run. But, yeah. No, he is not a Boris client. So, Excel Sports Management. Don't really know anything about them.
They're big.
I know that's a big name, but I don't like. There's no face to attach to them.
Kyle Tucker, baby. Hey, go get that cash. You'll be a big name for that agency.
Oh yeah, exactly.
Go get your bag, King Tuck.
That's my bet. 12 years, $400 million. That's what I think he's going to do.
Yeah, I'm going to go.
Crazy,
I'm going to go 155.
Okay. Boy, Bryce Harper right now. That's why you heard Bryce Harper saying, "Hey man, can we renegotiate this thing?" If Kyle Tucker's getting 12, whatever, this realm, if we even break even in the middle, he's basically getting something like the Bryce Harper contract, if not better.
Yeah, so like Machado signed a 10-year $300, and then like a week later, Harper signs like something $330.
Right.
And that at the time was like they were like one-upping each other to have the record, and now it's like that's chump change.
Bryce Harper is never gonna like $27.5 million for the next 3 years, and then $23.5 million for the 3 years after that.
Yeah, these guys now are getting like
bargain now.
Escalators. They're getting like more in their later years.
Yeah, seems nuts. Seems a little nuts. Baseball money, it doesn't exist.
Harper, I'm rooting for you, dog. I want to see a World Series for Bryce Harper.
I do too. I really do.
Yeah,
I want to see him in the grand stage again. You saw that peak of it when he got the big home runs against the Padres was awesome. I want to see him in that moment again. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's why I kind of feel the same way. Like whenever Mike Trout's in the WBC, like I want to see him in a huge stage. It's the only way we're going to see it. Mm-hmm. It's cool when we actually get a peek of that.
Yeah.
So. All right, that's going to do it for this week on Wax Packs and Warning Tracks. Let us know what you think about the Bowman Chrome. Who do we miss in the Bowman Chrome checklist that you are excited to chase?
Yep.
If you're watching us on Mojobreak Media, let us know in the comments. Maybe we can talk about some of those guys. If there's anyone you want to hear us talk about and break down on a future episode, let us know in the comments as well. And, of course, make sure to subscribe to Mojobreak Media. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe to us wherever you get podcasts. Just search Mojobreak if you are watching on the YouTube side. For Bubba, I'm Cody. We'll see you next week on Wax Packs and Warning Tracks.
Be good.